due to the heat wave that we're having across Europe at the moment, which actually is causing devastation for a lot of wildlife, there's one insect which seems to be doing extremely well and is here in the UK in massive numbers, and everyone seems to be spotting them in their gardens at the moment. But the problem is, I live in a flat, so I'm heading out into my local town to see if I can find one.
My search begins in the nearest park, where I'm hoping to find one of the favourite food plants of the hummingbird hawk moth, Buddleia. This nectar-rich plant is often found growing around towns in the UK, and I think it's my best bet.
Okay, well, I found a really decent sized Buddleia bush, but unfortunately it's kind of just gone over. The lower branches are kind of dying, and it's actually in the shade as well. And one thing about hummingbird hawk moths is they love sun. So I'm going to keep going, although there's quite a few butterflies on this one. I'm going to keep going, keep searching for one that's in the sun. It's about 33 degrees today, and this extreme heat is one of the reasons that the hummingbird hawk moths are doing so well this year, and that, accompanied with strong winds, has blown them up from the continent, and they're here in the UK in record numbers. So yeah, it's a good year for hummingbird hawk moths, that's for sure.
As I head into town and continue my search, I meet another master of the skies.
Well, in searching in the churchyard for some Buddleia, I've actually encountered something else, and it's our local peregrines, which are absolutely incredible.
These magnificent birds are usually found on cliff sides. However, across the country in our towns and cities, these birds are making use of some of our oldest structures, churches. And this pair are actually raising 3 chicks just beneath the spire. It's an absolute joy to have these birds nesting right in the town centre, and such a privilege to see them. I search high and low for a Buddleia bush for hours until finally I get lucky.
Okay, I have found the perfect Buddleia bush. This thing is really flowering nicely, so I'm going to wait here next to this, and fingers crossed one will turn up. Let's see.
Buddleia, commonly known as the butterfly bush, is a shrub that was introduced to the UK from China in the 1890s. It is a major nectar magnet for adult butterflies, bees, and of course, day-flying moths. During the summer months, the dense, honey-scented flowers provide rich food for a huge array of our pollinators, from bees to butterflies. This particular bush is covered in red admirals, and they are gorging on the nectar-rich flowers. And as beautiful as these butterflies are, they're not what I'm here for. And I'm beginning to wonder, as time goes by, if I'm going to leave here empty-handed. As the day draws on, the scent from the Buddleia drifts into the surrounding area and brings in a hummingbird hawk moth. And it's even more beautiful than I could have imagined. You can absolutely see where these remarkable moths get their name. It flits around the nectar-rich Buddleia, just like a hummingbird. Hummingbird hawk moths beat their wings up to 80 times per second whilst feeding. Unlike most moths, they fly during bright sunny days and only occasionally at dusk or dawn. They use a high energy hovering flight technique that lets them zip around and stabilize instantly in front of blooming flowers. Their rapid wing movement creates an audible humming noise too. Hummingbird hawk moths possess exceptional colour vision and memory, allowing them to pick flowers with high precision. They can also remember the exact location of high reward flower patches across multiple days, meaning that if you plant up good food plants in your garden, then you'll see a hummingbird hawk moth constantly returning, to the same patch and visiting you. In one of nature's coolest examples of mimicry, hummingbird hawk moths mimic hummingbirds. This tricks predators into thinking that they themselves are birds, keeping them safer from spiders and smaller insects. And I have to say, personally, of all of the insects that you could have visiting your garden during the summer, these have to be the most spectacular. Once they've had enough nectar to see them overnight, hummingbird hawk moths will go and rest in gaps in brick walls, garden sheds, or window frames. And when they rest, they fold their wings flat over their bodies. This completely hides their bright orange wings, and they look exactly like a dry, dull leaf or a piece of bark, giving them the perfect camouflage for a night's sleep.
That was amazing. It just shows you what you can find on your doorstep if you go out and you know what you're looking for. And wow, just to see them up close like that, hovering and feeding on the nectar. They are literally like a little hummingbird. Absolutely beautiful. Wow. Yeah, it's a Sunday well spent in my book. And yeah, if you haven't got a garden and you really want to see one, then get out into your local area, track down some Buddleia, and then yeah, just sit and wait for the magic to happen. I'll see you in the next one.